Guys, today we're going to be going over the pros and cons of living in Covington, Louisiana. Stick around to the end because this one's going to be very informative, and we're getting after it right now. Hey guys, I'm Carson.
I'm Natalie.
We're real estate agents and investors at Weikert Realtors, Losher Properties. If you're looking to sell your house, we'll either sell it for you or we'll buy it ourselves.
And if you're looking to sell your house in the next week or the next few months, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email so we can help you make a smooth move to South Louisiana. Hey y'all, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know anything and everything about living in South Louisiana, then subscribe and click the bell for notifications so you could be the first to know about the current real estate market here in South Louisiana.
So the first pro about living in Covington, Louisiana is of course that Southern hospitality. That's a real thing here. People give each other hugs the first day they meet them, and they ask each other how they're doing. We worked in a coffee shop, so we got to see that Southern hospitality all day long. It's really cool. I remember taking a trip to New York, and I was just completely culture shocked. If you ask someone how they're doing in New York, you don't get anywhere near the same response you get in Covington. They probably look at you like something's wrong with you. But in Covington, that's a real thing. Southern hospitality is awesome here.
Another pro is going to be the cost of living is 3.3% lower than the U.S. average. And we ran some numbers, and it is 33% lower to live here than in Los Angeles, and it's 48% lower than living in New York.
So if any of y'all are moving from those states, that's what you can expect for cost of living. So the third pro is that there's an awesome school system here. All the public schools are rated at least a B by niche.com, and all the private schools are rated an A. So school system here is really good. I went to Covington Elementary. I didn't go to high school in Covington, but elementary school I did. Elementary school was awesome. I think they do a really good job there. The fourth pro is that the city is not too big and it's not too small, so you know a lot of people. You'll go to Target, for instance, and run into someone that you know, just because we all kind of know each other around here. But again, it's not super small where you know everybody, but the chances of you running into somebody is pretty high. I can't tell you how many times working at a coffee shop, someone would come in inside and then happen to know the person that was in the drive-thru, and they could see each other and they'd start a conversation. So that stuff happens all the time in Covington. I think that's a pro, especially if you're a people person. But building off of that, another pro is that even though there's not a whole lot to do in Covington compared to the bigger cities like Baton Rouge or New Orleans, you're still not that far away from those bigger cities. You're an hour away from New Orleans and about an hour away from Baton Rouge. So you're kind of right in the middle of both. And if you're looking for something fun to do and you can't find something in Covington, you're not that far from the bigger cities. So that's another pro.
All right, your pro number 6 is that all your necessities like grocery stores, churches, gyms, and all of the stuff in that nature, you're all set. We've got lots of grocery stores like Winn-Dixie, Rouse's, Walmart, Target. And then you have your gym. There's a lot of Anytime Fitness. There's a Planet Fitness. All of them's kind of different budget ranges. There's also Stone Creek, which is a really fancy one, and that one also has like a cafe and a daycare in it and a sauna. It's a really bigger one, and it's got a lot more amenities in it. And then you have your churches. There's a lot of little different churches, but there's the one really big one is the First Baptist in Covington. That one's a really popular church. All right, your next pro for Covington is going to be the safety factor. It's a pretty safe town. There isn't very much violence or anything, especially compared to like New Orleans or even Baton Rouge. They're both pretty sketchy and have a lot more violence. I get scared to go to New Orleans by myself because there's just so much and it's just scary. But in Covington, you don't really have that. It's pretty safe and there's not really anything to be scared of. But that's really good for like families and stuff, so you don't have to worry about the safety for like your family and your kids and stuff.
Another pro about living in Covington is that the homes for sale here are on average 28 years old. So they're newer than a lot of other markets in Louisiana, which is really nice because that's what people that's one of the things they like in a new house, is that it's not super old, that it's somewhat newer. And then also the fact that in Covington you're not super rural and you're not super suburban. You can live in a subdivision if you want. There's plenty of those in Covington, and you can also live on quite a bit of acreage. So that's something that Covington has to offer. Pretty flexible. So whatever suits your needs. If you want to be on lots of land and build yourself a farm, then go for it. If you want to live in a subdivision, go for it. So you can do either or in Covington.
A con of living in Covington is that the inventory is really low. There's not as many homes on the market. Last we checked, there was 86 homes on the market, but they've all been selling really fast. And then also there's not a bunch to do like in New Orleans, like a bigger city. There's some parks and there's some like escape rooms, some little stuff here and there, but there isn't any like really big things to do in Covington. But like in big cities around, there's much more to do.
All right, con number 3 is that there is interstate congestion and congestion through town on the way to and from work. And I'd actually forget about this because at my old job, I started early, started at like 4:30 in the morning. So I kind of beat the traffic, but when I had later shifts, I would forget about that, and I'd end up showing up late. I'd end up showing up 10-20 minutes late just because I wasn't used to the traffic. So if you're going to and from work at the same time as everyone else, there's going to be a little bit of traffic. So that is one of the cons. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. The pros definitely outweigh the cons here in Covington, Louisiana. It's a wonderful place to live. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Guys, even schedule a Zoom call with us, and we'll be happy to help you make that smooth move to South Louisiana.